I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaga Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? It is a great day, and I'm so very excited to be here. I know I say that all the time, but I really, really, truly am. I'm so blessed to do the things that I love to do, and I love to meet people doing their thing, going after their dreams, their goals, their visions. I am all for it. I couldn't live without doing this, and I'm telling you, my next guest, her name is Britt. I'm not even going to attempt the last name because I didn't ask her earlier how to pronounce it, so I feel bad. But Britt is here with us today, and she is from Geno.me, and that is the website that you guys can go ahead and go to. Welcome to the show, Britt. What's up, girl? How you doing?
Hey, thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. And I meant to say my last name's Got Chalk, like you got a piece of chalk. So it looks like how it
Ooh,
it, it looks like
got
how it
chalk.
sounds.
I
Yeah.
mean, if you just add lit on there, be like got chocolate, I would be like, yeah.
Well, it's lit with Brit. I try to keep it lit. So
I love it. I love it. So, your journey, you getting to where you're at. How did this all begin for you? I like what age did you know that this was you had to do this?
Oh, that's such a good question. And you know what? I'm actually in my office right now, and I gotta say, it's so surreal just being here. But I didn't start out wanting to be an entrepreneur. I was somebody who just I loved people. I loved talking to people, loved figuring out how to solve people problems. And so I like went to school for psychology and then got into that, working with teams that were in healthcare, finance, insurance, and really loved all of that. Just trying to make something good out of trying to make things better with people. And so from there, I saw a lot of problems, a lot of issues that I experienced as my years as a consultant, and then ended up starting my own business in the midst of a pandemic, really. It was one of those times I think everybody felt that way, where it was, am I doing that I want to with my life?
Yeah.
And, if you're going to take a chance, why not take a chance in the middle of a pandemic, right? So that's when, that's when I, that's when I decided to go out and start my entrepreneurial journeys. And so my first business was a consulting firm, and I actually closed that one down. It wasn't doing too well, like about a year into it, and it was helping organizations with the remote work transition. But then at the time, I had to find something else to do that was going to be just a bigger problem to solve, something that was just a bigger calling for me. And that's how I, started my second business, which is what I do today, and that's Genome.
Wow. Wow. Starting in the middle of a pandemic, I can relate, okay? Because that's exactly what I did. I mean, I literally quit my job and said
Yeah,
bye with no security. I just went head, tails. I dived. It's like I took the
yeah.
tallest diving board and I just plunged. And I will never, ever, ever regret it. Ever.
Oh, well, when you know it too, and that's the other thing too, like when you know it's time to take a chance, it's time to take that chance. If you're gonna make something happen, you really feel it and you want to do it. I believe that the time's always right for that. So,
Definitely.
gotta do it when you gotta do it.
Definitely. So tell me about Geno.me. What is this all about? Because you mentioned healthcare, and that's a big deal nowadays. Healthcare is like, I don't even want to talk about it. Just go ahead and say something.
It's a it's a
Just-
headache. It's a
uh,
headache in itself. Yeah. But so I mean, Gino Me, it was born out of the idea that people should have better control over their health data and where their health data
oh,
goes. Because historically, a lot of the treatments, drugs, pharmaceuticals that have been developed, they have been developed with the information that we provide. And I mean, we as the patients
mm-hmm.
to hospitals and health systems. And so that's our data. We don't necessarily know where it goes and how it's used. And this isn't just specific to healthcare data. This is for any time you're signing off on, getting that new iPhone or that new Apple Watch from Google.
Yeah.
You're relinquishing the rights to your data. And so this was born out of the idea that, if companies are going to be using data to make money off of products that they've developed because of the input that they receive from our data, why can't we get paid too? And
Yeah.
so
Hello.
that's how
I would
Genome
like
was
that.
born. There you go.
I would like that. I think that that is a really cool idea. I think that solves a lot of issues, especially the part where you get paid.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, sure, you want
How
to
would
use
you
my
do
data?
that?
Fine, but just pay me. So
But wait. How does that happen? How does that work? Like, you can take my data but pay me. How does that work? Because
yeah.
I think a lot of people need money.
Oh, yeah. And so for what we do, and I'm talking about Genome is specific to health data.
Right.
So anything that would, like when you go to the doctor, anything that would be in your medical record, or if you get a DNA kit done through 23andMe or Ancestry, any of that data, that's all data that is commercializable. That's data that is used to develop gene therapies. It's used in pharmacogenomics. It's used in developing treatments and drugs. And so
Right.
these research organizations, a lot of people think of them as like hospitals, health systems, big pharma. They need massive amounts of data to be able to say whether or not a drug or a treatment is significant and it's going to do what it says it's going to do. So the way that you're able to get money is because of the research that is conducted and the
Mm.
sales that come from that research that's being done and those drugs that are being developed and sold. And so we take away all of the mess around, making sure that the data is structured, gets to where it's going to the right people, because we know that there's also bad actors in the data space. We do vet our partners and our clients very carefully. They pay for the data and you get paid in turn. If your
I
data is
love
part
it.
of what they purchase, that's how you get paid.
I love it. I'm absolutely in love with that. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind them using my data as long as I'm not being like probed and
Oh,
picked. You know what I mean? But
right.
if I've already been probed and picked because I've had something happen to me, I've gone to the doctor, I've done the genealogy things like ancestry, I've
Hmm.
done a lot. I would like to get paid on my data.
Yeah,
They're getting paid on
exactly.
the data. They're making money on the data. How come I can't make a little bit of this? You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Exactly. And so, anytime your data is purchased, you do get a notification. It says, okay, congratulations, your data's been purchased. This is the institution it's been purchased by, and you can receive your payout in X amount of days. And so we do keep that open line of communication with our contributors. That's people like you and I that choose
Mm.
to give people access to our data, and full consent is provided by you. So when you come into the platform and you sign up, you get to choose exactly what you're going to be sharing. If you want researchers to be able to contact you for additional information, or if you want your data to be de identified, all of that is up to you. You get to choose what you're going to share and what you're not going to. So it's completely uh, consumer and patient controlled.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question. I have the big question. How can we do this? I mean, okay, so you've developed the whole thing. You got the website going. You can sell your thing. You know, you make
Mhm.
your money. How?
Yep.
How do we go about getting involved in this? And is it retro or is it just from now?
So it's as long as you have if you have a medical record for as far back as that goes. If you had a genetic test done back in 2016, that's relevant too. Your genetics typically do not change from birth. So you're able to connect data all the way back from when you were born in your medical record, or from a genetic report that you might have just did yesterday or a couple of years ago. And so the way that you can do it is you can actually go to our website, www.yourgeno.me, and you can sign up to become a contributor. Right on the main page, it says, I want to become a contributor. Go ahead and click that button. There you go.
I absolutely love it. More money, more money, more money, more money.
Well,
Especially in
yeah.
the healthcare system. They
Oh,
screw
yeah.
you over sometimes, boy. I'm telling you what. I mean, it's like, okay, they're using your stuff. They're getting paid. They're getting paid. I already know it. You know
Yep.
it.
Well,
They're
I mean,
getting
and
paid.
I historically, and I, I try not to focus too much on some of the like just general historical wrongs that have been done, but
Right.
to be part of something that could hopefully like rectify or start some kind of change in the right direction where people are getting compensated. I'm not saying this is going to be a catch-all for everything. I'm not saying
Right.
it's going to solve all the problems, but it's a way to start giving a little bit back to communities that have traditionally been underserved, underrepresented, and that have also, their health data has been abused. And,
Yeah.
being somebody that is part of that community, it does matter to me. It matters to me a lot. And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
something, I
That's
mean,
great.
if you have the means to do it, if you have the means to create some type of change, I've always just been part of the mindset of just going and doing it. So,
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I also agree that this is really going to be a turnaround of a lot of different people's lives. I know it's not a lot of money. I know you're going to get pennies on the dollar, but what if they use it and it becomes a big thing and they use it and use it and use it, and they're using it in different things. You can gather some good money there. But the biggest thing I'm looking at too is it is your data. And
yep.
you should have a say so as to where it goes and to who uses it. And that is a
Exactly.
big deal. And I want to thank you so much for doing that. So when people go on the website, they become a contributor and everything, they sign up and they do all the things. Just and then what happens after that? They just sit back and just wait for you guys to contact them whenever it's sold.
That's exactly right. You'll get a notification in your platform, in the platform, in your profile. If there's any additional information that you want to connect, you can go ahead and connect it. It doesn't matter if it's from one hospital or another. We're connected with all of the major health systems, Epic, Cerner, Meditech, and all of the different types of reports that you might have from doing any kind of genetic testing. You can upload as many as you want from 23andMe, Ancestry, or a whole sequence genome report you get from a specialist. Also, the cool part about this, though, is that each time your data is purchased, you're guaranteed $40. That's not
Mm.
just one time. This is each time that your data is sold.
Oh, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. Let me ask you a question. When that's a great side. Okay, $40 is $40. I mean, it could be the difference between your light bill and not having $40 for your light bill and having $40 for your light bill. I mean,
Right.
you see what I'm saying? And for some people, that is great. For some other people, that may not be so great and be like, oh, I need more than that. Well, then, hey, go get something else that can supplement. But this is a wonderful way to literally get some money back for something that is yours. But I have a question. There might
Mhm.
be some people out there that have not been able to access their stuff from like an ER or a medical doctor that won't give them their paperwork. They can't get it. They move to a different state. They can't get it.
Mhm.
They need it. Is it available through you guys? Is there a way to get it through you?
You are able to contact us because I'm going to tell you right now, it is illegal for any hospital, health system, institution to either charge you for access to your medical records or to deny you access to your medical records. Federally, they
Mm.
cannot do that. Now, if you're having trouble getting access because of that, you should absolutely send us a message because that is something that we can absolutely help with.
Oh, wow. So not only do you help with that, but you help with the legal situation of them not giving you what you requested.
Right. I mean,
Oh,
it is illegal to withhold that information. So if anybody ever
mm.
says that to you, you let them know. So,
That is great. That is great news because a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't. They just go by what the doctor says. Oh, well, you'll have to. We can't release this information to you at this
mhm.
time. But I figure that's my body.
Yeah.
You can't
You're,
release this at this time. What do you mean? I'm going through this right now,
mhm.
and my body has released to you this information. You can't release it back to me
Yeah.
immediately.
Yep.
You
Nope.
know?
It's yeah, and that is illegal. That's something that there's been a lot of legislation that's been passed from the 21st Century Cures Act back in 2016 to the ONC's final rule, the Office of the National Committee's final rule, making it illegal for doctors, hospitals, and health systems to well, sorry, doctors, hospitals, and health systems to information block. And so you can actually Google that right now and learn all about your rights. But we do also provide some documentation around what your rights are on our website in our frequently asked questions page. So if you do have any issues getting access to your records, and you want to become part of the contributor community, and you would like to use our platform, please definitely send us an inquiry because we have the relationships with these different health systems, and to be able for you to be able to access your health information, not only is it your right, but it is something that everybody should be able to do.
I hope that most people that are watching this would share this video because a lot of people don't understand how crucial this is. If you get 100 people that donate, and out of those 100 people, each one of them gets 25 different buyers for their genetic materials or their records or whatever the case may be, that is $40 times 25. Am I correct?
Yep, that's exactly right.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. That is wonderful. That's just wonderful. Like I said, what can you do? I mean, okay, so now I have another question.
Okay. Okay. I'm
I'm
here. I'm here to answer all the questions.
I have another question. Okay, so is there a minimum amount of what people can actually get? And what do you typically see on the purchase side? How many purchases per person, or is there such a thing?
So it's varied, and to be completely honest, this is a very new space. What
Hmm.
we're doing in terms of being able to democratize health data in this way is still a very, very new concept. We actually, our platform went live at the end of 2022, and we started gaining a contributor base, and we're able to hit the market at the end of 2023. So the partners and clients that we work with now, how much they buy in terms of which data they're looking for, how much of it, it's still varied. We're hoping to get more specific towards the end of the year where we can say within a degree of certainty, okay, if you have this kind of condition or ailment, then you might be able to make a recurring payout
Mm,
every couple months. But we're just not at a point where we have that kind of data yet. But as
right.
of right now, to be able to add your data to the system and then also know that you could get compensated something just for your data sitting there versus not having it sit there where you wouldn't get anything for certain. That's something that has been pretty appealing to our growing contributor base. But as we get
Yeah.
more and more mature, I'm hoping we can have those very specific ways of people being able to depend on the certain payouts based on what they've got in their medical record.
Right. And that's a wonderful thing. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's just the one thing that I thought that, you know, well, you just kind of lost control of that. I mean, that's gone. And a lot of people are saying, don't do this because, they're using your data and then they're not giving you anything for it. But now you can actually sign up. Here is the QR code right here, Gino.me, Gino, or just put that into your browser. We also have in the description box below the link so that you can just copy and paste that or click on it if it's highlighted and go straight there and sign up. I mean, what can you lose? I mean, today you have $40 and tomorrow you have another $40 or maybe the next month you might have $40. But is it not $40 more than what you had a second ago? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I think that's wonderful. I think so. You started this because you wanted to do something bigger than the impact. What say you about people joining and how has it changed your life to be able to do this?
Well, I recognize every day I've been very fortunate to even be able to say that I've been an entrepreneur since the year 2020. Yeah, I stopped working for corporate. And like I said, I had a background as a consultant. To be able to go out here and make something on my own has been, I mean, it's just been a blessing because I can't say anything else beyond that. But it's also been really hard work. And so, but I wouldn't have it any other way, because I
Yeah,
love what I do every single day, and I'd much rather figure out, how to make a difference and love what I'm doing and have a purpose tied to my life versus, just making really great money working at, a company that I don't really care about, that I don't feel like I'm going to make a difference in. So, it's ups and downs. That's how the entrepreneurial journey goes. But I've been so fortunate to be able to be out here and to be an entrepreneur for as long as I have. So
yeah,
been very fortunate about that.
yeah. I mean, it's not for everybody because
Yeah, no, no,
the hours are not always justifiable. I have to
yeah,
say that,
yep.
but it definitely is worth your time and effort if that's something you want to do. I think that you are going to change people's lives.
I hope so, and my team hopes so.
Yeah,
We're people that are just, trying to do something better for people that don't have the means to or just haven't, And so we got into this space, or when I got into this space, it was surprising to me just how little people knew about, data sharing, their rights around it, how how big institutions are able to get different types of data. And a lot of times it does not loop in people like us. And so why not? Because it's my data. It bothered me when I started looking more into that because it's like I want to know where my data is going. I need to know how it's being used because
yeah,
ultimately that impacts me. So
yeah,
everybody on my team, we're all in the same boat of like, well, let's try to do something bigger. Let's try to do something better for people. And hopefully we can do a little good along the way too. So,
yeah. So what's for the future for your company? What is in the future for Gino.me?
well, I'm hoping that this year, we've done a lot of market research. We're hoping to grow and scale and continue to promote what we're doing, work with different types of groups, and get people aware of how exactly and how valuable their data is and how exactly it can be shared and how it can be beneficial for everybody.
I love it. I love it. Well, Britt, thank you so much for being on the show today. Is there anything that we've missed that you would like to tell the people out there today?
Well, I'm always open to having a conversation with people because I understand like what it's like when you are learning about new ideas or learning about different concepts and how it can be kind of scary or not knowing how to navigate the space. And so I would say, if anybody out there, has any questions, any comments, or just wants to have a dialogue, understand more about this space, feel free to message me or message my team. I believe I provided my emails down in the chat
Yeah.
there. So,
Yes, you have. Yes, it's down there. It's
all
down
right.
there. And also the website is right there. The QR code is in the corner. So you can go ahead and use your phone to scan that. And it'll also be on the banner. So you don't have to worry about it if you miss it or whatever, what have you. And also the link is in the description box below. You've provided everything. Thank you so much, Brett. I think that you are going to change the face of the way that I would say the healthcare professions and all of the people that use our data. I think you're going to change their minds big time once this catches on because I'm going to sign up.
Well, thank you. No, and that's the cool thing too. It's like I'm a contributor as well, and it's something that, we're really hoping that it does make a good impact and it does help people. Even if it's just to be able to afford groceries, or even if it's just to be able to afford your medications, whatever it
Yeah.
might be. I mean, I think that I don't know about everybody, but I've had to struggle, and it's not fun when you have to choose between keeping the lights on and if you're going to be able to feed yourself, right? And
Yeah.
so, that's a
Candles.
very real thing. So
Candles, baby. Candles.
yep, yep, it's a very real thing. So,
It is a
um,
very real thing.
but
Yeah.
no, I really appreciate you saying that because it's just, we're really excited about it. When I say we, I mean my team. And so, I'm really happy to be here. So thank you so much for your time, Yaya.
No problem. Thank you for your time, Brett. Girlfriend, go. Yay, yay, yay. I love it. You're going to change the face of this world. Not only are you going to change the face of this world, you're going to change the way our data is used, how we get compensated for that use. Thank you so very much, Brett, for being on the show. I appreciate you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to go sign up. I'm just going to say it. Look, you can't, it's already being used. Literally speaking, your data is being used and they're getting paid for it. You might as well get a little chunk of something, something, so that you can go down to the grocery store and get $40 worth of groceries. Okay. Hello. Groceries is a lot of money. Gas is a lot of money. Everything's a lot of money. Everything,
Yeah.
and a little bit more is always a great thing. That's two $20 bills in your pocket. I just went. All right. You guys got to go sign up, sign up, sign up. Gino.me, Gino.me. Go sign up today. Thank you so much again, Britt. Oh my gosh, girlfriend, you go, girl. You just go.
Thank you, Yaya. It's been amazing to be here. And so thanks for having me on the show. So thanks everybody for watching.
Definitely don't forget to sign up.
Yep, sign up.
All right, guys. Bye.
Don't forget to follow us on YouTube and Instagram. Thank you for watching.